Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Season of Arrivals intel. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a secret chest glitch. Using this glitch will allow you to get some possible pinnacle gear, as well as solo or get a checkpoint on parts of the new Prophecy dungeon. If any of those things interest you, we're going to get to all the information regarding that in just 1 second. But first, I just want to remind everybody I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel at 25,000 subscribers. We're very close, so you don't want to miss out. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notifications, the bell. It's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And as always, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, guys, those secret hashtags, they stack between all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. Alright, so the Prophecy dungeon is pretty cool. Pretty wacky, a whole 9 theme going on there. We've never really seen anything quite like it. And I have talked about certain things in regards to this dungeon in a previous video. Some of the basic mechanics, as well as a way to get through the first checkpoint. But we're going to expand upon that a little bit more today. If you do want a little bit of a recap on those things, you can go check out my last video on it. But essentially, I just talked about the different progression dynamic and how you have to slay certain enemies in darkness or in shadow, or in light or in shadow, to progress through certain different stages of this particular dungeon, as well as there's a rotating mechanic, so sort of a Rubik's Cube mechanic that takes place in this particular dungeon. But the thing that I talked about most was just getting the checkpoint solo on any character, but more specifically on a Warlock or a Titan, using a glitch that allows you to sword climb up into the first platform after the first room, so the second section of this particular dungeon. So as I said, we're going to expand upon that now. And again, we're going to go over all aspects of this glitch as we go through it. So this part, what you're viewing now, is similar or exactly the same as what I showed in my last video, which is you're going to use a sword, and a Titan will make this really easy with those Titan boots that give you that extra boost. I can't remember the name of them at the moment, but you know which ones I'm talking about. But anybody can really do this part fairly easy simply with a sword. Just use sword lunge to kind of hack your way all the way up this tunnel. So when you get to this top, that it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Titans can fly up here. Hunters might have a little bit of a problem because you actually have to jump away from the ledge to actually get up onto that platform. Warlocks can super up there easy enough. But then this part is going to be specific only to Titans so far as I can tell. And you're going to need your super. So you're going to have to wait at this spot until you get your super back. And look at this one specific set of rocks. There is a gap between them through this specific hole that you see right here. So once you have your super, you're going to want to push up as far as you can. There is a death barrier there, and then super, and aim through the gap. Once you're through, try to drop down to this section where you'll see this kind of aqua colored water as fast as possible, otherwise you will die. Now once you're here, interesting thing, you have to sort of drop down into the actual section of the map directly beneath you. But you can die there. There is a death barrier somewhere. I think you might have to jump up and out. But if you respawn, you'll still respawn under the map, and it'll actually drop you in the exact right position. So if you do die once you hit that aqua color water, don't worry. You'll spawn up at the top, and you'll simply drop down to where you need to go. And then once you're in this initial circle area, I would suggest just take some high ground, get a bearing on your surroundings, especially if you haven't been here before, and look this way where you see these 3 sort of floating things in the air. They're not actually floating, but sort of 3 antennae that are sort of sticking up. Head towards those. Make your way across this big desert field that we have. I'm not really sure what we do here. I know that there is a bunch of secret things in this area, including what we're about to find. And make your way over to this area where you see these sort of big 9-shaped rocks. Underneath, you'll slide into this little gap. Just make sure you see it. You'll have to crouch. Simple tunnel, and you'll find this chest. Now, I'm not exactly sure what you get from this chest, as I just glitched in. Now, again, this could be another way of getting to this specific checkpoint. So you might be able to bypass more than one checkpoint using this method, which might be ultimately the best part of this glitch. However, I do think you actually have had to complete the raid, or actually have completed the section, before you can actually get this chest. But if you have completed the dungeon for that week, it is possible to perhaps glitch in on another character and get this. Or if you missed it on a character, you could glitch back in and get this chest and get loot from it. And I do believe that these are dropping, they have to drop at least legendary level. I'm going to guess pinnacle level gear, since it is a dungeon. So that's going to be it really for the new information in this video, guys. For another little recap on things that are going on in the Destiny 2 community as a whole, as far as other glitches or things, I always want to remind everybody that the Xenophage glitch is still currently working in the new season. If you haven't seen how to do that, go check out my video, Xenophage glitch. It's pretty easy to find. It's on the homepage of my YouTube channel. If you don't have a Xenophage yet, there's no reason for that. You should get it as quick as possible, because it is one of the best heavy exotics currently in the game still. And the glitch in which you use to get it is just so simple. Anybody can do it solo. You won't need a teammate. Even a novice player can do this. Just follow that guide. But that's still working, so don't wait another second. The AFK farm is still going on in the game. I'm going to talk about this in every video so long as it's still there, until it's patched. For those of you who don't know, or maybe haven't seen a previous video on this, the AFK farm simply revolves around you going into any forge and allowing the forge timer to tick out, so you essentially don't do anything. You just allow a incomplete forge ignition, because at the end of the 50-second cycle you'll be queued back into another forge, but you'll also receive rewards at a failed forge completion. And for some reason these are awarding Umbral Ingrams, failed forge completions, excuse me. So it's a 30% chance of getting an Umbral Ingram, so every 4 forges that you don't complete, so that's 4 minutes, you should get an Umbral Ingram, thereabouts. You can do this also while you're completely away from your computer, or away from game, or away from your console. All you have to do is leave your character and leave your account running in a forge, because you will not get queued back to orbit due to inactivity, because forges re-queue you after every minute, and that doesn't negate the inactivity timer, or does negate the inactivity timer, excuse me. So it just re-queues you, and that counts as your activity. You still remain in an activity. You get more loot that way. You can do this while you're sleeping. You could also go do the new public event and use the ball duplication glitch, which just revolves around you inserting the ball as well as swapping weapons at the exact same time. You drop the ball, but you actually get an insertion count, so you can quickly make all of those things heroic, and that'll get you a Umbral Ingram. I think it's like 85% of the time. You could also go run some Nightfalls, there's a particular easy one on the old school Nightfalls that require the 5 of Swords. I think it's Lake of Shadows this week. You can run through that at a low level fairly quickly, especially with the right modifiers on your 5 of Swords. And you can get an Umbral Ingram every single time you complete one of those. And of course, we have the Umbral Ingram power glitch, which is the reason why you want Umbral Ingrams, as well as anything else having to do with this season, including the Prophecy Dungeon possible rewards. And that is because Umbral Ingrams currently, specifically the armor Umbral Ingrams, when focused, are decrypting at max power, sometimes 5 levels above max power. This is a glitch. I believe it's going to be fixed. If it isn't a glitch, then it's an interesting way for Bungie to have us power up this season. But of course, this makes full power capable within a couple of days if you do it right. So those are a couple other things you want to keep track of. They might be going away. We do have a reset coming up. I believe Iron Banner is going to be coming back. We got some new news on the new exotic quests today. So keep on the lookout for more information regarding those things. Twisted Energy, there's also another little thing you can use, game workaround, where if you've already completed all your weekly bounties on each character this week, which if you haven't, I suggest you go do, because that gives you Twisted Energy, which allows you to upgrade your Prismatic Recaster, allowing you to get more rewards for the season. So I suggest you go do that. But if you've already done that on all 3 characters, you can of course take one of your less used characters, put the gear aside, delete them. You'll only have to re-sign in, re-register a character, do the first starting mission, and do the new mission of this season. You can of course re-equip all your gear up and power back up, and you'll be able to do those weekly bounties once again. And they're pretty easy right now. I believe one only requires you to do 10 Cabal finisher kills and 100 precision kills of any kind, I believe. So, as I said, fairly easy. And those will reward you quite a bit of it. Twisted Energy, again, there to help you rank up your Prismatic Recaster and ultimately get more rewards. And though those glitches I mentioned really kind of negate that at the moment, I'm sure they're going to be patched fairly soon. So thank you all so much for watching today. For a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section. You can leave a hashtag Prophecy Dungeon or a hashtag Season of Arrivals, or anything else related to anything we talked about in this video. I know we covered a lot. Again, thank you all for being here. I'm Wilhelm Scream, and of course we will see you in the next video. Little!